This is Fortescue. You're watching Guns N' Roses.
Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome to GNR Central. And today I wanted to highlight one of the albums that Slash played on outside of Guns N' Roses, but during his time in the band, that maybe you guys aren't familiar with. So when we normally think of Slash and some of the songs he's played on outside of Guns N' Roses, you think of some of his bigger collaborations, whether it's Michael Jackson playing with Motorhead, maybe, or even artists like Carole King. But there was an album that he played on back in 1993. Guns N' Roses were in Europe just towards the tail end of the Use Your Illusion tour. They were on the Skin and Bones leg of the tour, and he found some time to go into the studio in London and record a tribute song as part of a tribute album that was being put together for Jimi Hendrix. Now, the album was called Stone Free. So Rolling Stone actually published an article back in 1993 about the All-Star album. It was going to feature a good variety of different artists who were pretty popular in the rock world. It featured The Cure, Eric Clapton, Spin Doctors, Buddy Guy, Body Count, Seal and Jeff Beck, The Pretenders, Slash and Paul Rodgers, Living Colour, and the supergroup MACC. But let's talk a bit about the record. So according to Rolling Stone, Eric Clapton, Slash, Jeff Beck, Spin Doctors, and members of Pearl Jam were some of the artists contributing to a Jimi Hendrix tribute album, which was due out November 9th, which was a couple weeks before the Spaghetti incident came out. Now, it was a pretty ambitious undertaking which celebrated the songwriting of one of rock's most influential guitarists, and over a year in the making, the album found a diverse group of artists ranging from Belly to Buddy Guy covering Hendrix's best-known songs. So Warner Senior Vice President Jeff Gold said it's been kind of a dream come true. He himself was a fanatical Jimi Hendrix fan who was an executive producer of the album, along with Hendrix's biographer John McDermott and producer Eddie Kramer, who also engineered such classic Hendrix albums as Are You Experienced, Axis Bold as Love, and Electric Ladyland. Now, also included on the album were versions of Spanish Castle Magic by Spin Doctors, Purple Haze by The Cure, Crosstown Traffic by Living Colour, and You Got Me Floatin' by PM Dawn, as well as Are You Experienced by Belly and Fire by Nigel Kennedy, and The Pretenders did the song Bold as Love. Now, all the musicians who contributed to the tracks are confirmed Hendrix fans. In fact, Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash stayed up all night working on his guitar overdubs for the song I Don't Live Today, while Jeff Beck arranged to work at Olympic Studios where Hendrix recorded his first two records. I had a weird deja vu feeling, said Kramer, who produced the Beck-Seal collaboration. The historical lineage was the reason Jeff wanted to record there, and Seal brought along a lot of friends, girls dressed in 60s garb. It felt like we'd gone back 20 years. Now, Gold says plans are being made for a Hendrix tribute concert featuring artists who appear on the album, and at the time of the press publication of this article, no artists had been contracted, but Gold had hoped that the concert will be scheduled for the end of November in New York City, Los Angeles, or Seattle. We're just in the preliminary stages, he cautions. There's about a 60% chance it will happen. Now, that concert, as far as I know, never happened. But it was also important to note that half of the artist's royalties from the album would be donated to a variety of charities, including the United Negro College Fund, for scholarships in Hendrix's name to be awarded to students attending African American colleges. It's a labor of love, says Gold. Now, not only were artists encouraged to pick any of Jimi Hendrix's songs from his career, but they were also encouraged to put their stamp on these Hendrix songs. So fast forward now 22 years, on February 9th, 2015, the album was released for the first time on vinyl by Music on Vinyl. So if you guys want to see the whole track list, I've linked to it down below, and a lot of these songs are available on YouTube for you guys to go check out. So MTV actually did a little news bit on this recording of this record. So here's a clip from MTV News where they talk a bit about the Jimi Hendrix tribute record, and they actually have an interview with Eric Kramer and Slash in the studio. Check it out.
Times Square in New York City.
The late great Jimi Hendrix will be the subject of an all-star tribute album due out next month. It's called Stone Free, and it'll feature cover songs by Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, PM Dawn, and Slash of Guns N' Roses, among others. Our colleagues at MTV Europe went into the studio with Slash when he recorded his tribute to one of the most charismatic and influential guitarists in rock history.
It's a labor of love, something that we've been working on for about 18 months. It's a tribute to Jimi Hendrix, and we wanted different artists to perform Jimi's songs, and we asked Slash and Paul Rodgers to do something with the band of Gypsies, which are the two remaining members, Billy Cox and Buddy Miles, and it came together rather quickly, actually. I was pleased.
We had a list of songs.
Yeah, we had
to choose from, yeah. And some of it was, like inherently Hendrix
Stuff you just couldn't touch.
You just don't with it.
No,
you know?
right. Leave it as is.
And so
this one was good because it was a nice jam that we could do at the end. That was what.
And plus it was just natural for us to do a good homage to Jimi, but at the same time not trying to rip him off or, you know, use too much of, you know, trying to copy him like a lot of guitar players do.
Hey, this is Dizzy Reed from Guns N' Roses, and you're watching GNR Central. Yeah!